guys, Cyanide here. Been a while since I did the last video, 2 or 3 weeks perhaps. Been busy, you know, it's winter here, so firewood missions and just generally hibernating because it's cold. I have got out into the shed maybe 3 times, but you know, builds sometimes they 2 steps forward, 1 step back, so spinning down the workshop thinking I was blazing away, and then realised I've got to cut shit off and start again. And this happened a few times, trying to get that chassis together on the tanker rat rod, but I got there in the end. So, and I wanted to do it. I didn't know the details. I knew what I wanted to do, I just didn't know how I was going to go about doing it exactly. So I think I've got it squared away now, so I'll show you what I'm up to with that one. But the end result is I have a rolling chassis with the tanker rat rod now as well, the sister. So that means the next video will be back onto the Rust Never Sleeps roadster, and we'll be starting the body work. I'm thinking with that one, it may be this weekend, it may not. Got some things going on. My partner wants me to do some stuff. But if I do get out there, I'm thinking I'll probably start with the firewall and work my way back, cowling the doors and then the rear fenders and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll show you what I got up to. Okay, the first thing I'll show you is the tie rod, steering tie rod I got across here. So I got that done. This is a push rod out of a motor that I got from my friends. This push rod actually, he tells me, came out of a Chevy V8. So that's kind of neat. So I cut the ends off, and I found actually with this one here, I'll try and get in here, the M5 Steely ball end pretty much goes straight into the push rod from this car. I threaded the inside a little bit and then just threaded it straight in and used the nut to tighten it. I didn't have to weld it at all like I did with these ones here. So that's pretty cool. I reckon they'll stay together. So if it comes apart, then I'll just put a weld on there. It's no big deal. Okay, the next thing, and the thing that caused me the most grief, is, look at that. I'll zoom out, can I? Yep. We now have a full chassis, and the reason I did it the way I did it, you may or may not be able to see this in the camera, is that there's a cut here and there's these rods in here. These rods will be cut shorter. I've got them tool just because I don't know what I'm doing with that yet, and I don't want to cut myself short. You know, I can cut it off later. It's no big deal. So what I had to do, this is steel plate, maybe 1 mil, maybe 1.2, and I had to put flat bar on the inside of this. This is tin, and so I can't just weld my stuff to it because they're different metals. So what I did is I put flat bar on the inside of this and JB welded it across the top, across the bottom. Then I could drill those and tap that and put M5s in. 3 across the top here and 2 down there. I did have 3 across the bottom, but you can see old holes and that sort of thing. But the heads filled with these linear servos. So you recognise these if you'd followed the Wolf Spider project, that bugger up there. When I was testing out different linear servos, these are the 50-to-1, so these weren't going to cut the mustard for the Wolf Spider, so this was spare, so I just brought another one. But the madness, the method in this madness is that these shafts are welded in and these slide up and down, and that's so that I can drop this down onto the ground. It's kind of a weird split chassis, fake pneumatic system. So what I'll do is I'll wire up the these 2 guys. I'll just plug them into my AX10 receiver for now for Y lead, because what I will be doing, I should explain, is these will be controlled by the Benedini multifunction unit, because you can daisy chain functions with that thing. So what I'll be doing is setting up a function that says play a sound, and I'll get a recording of a pneumatic hiss type thing, and at the same time that'll also tell these things to go up and alternatively down. You can tell it whereabouts to go with the pulse wave modulation of the servo, so you can tell it to go to an exact point in travel. So it's kind of neat. Anyway, I'll hook this up and I'll show you. It's probably not for everyone, and it's an experiment basically. And if it doesn't work, you know, if it kind of cooches out, I'll just weld these buggers up solid and take those out, and that'll be the end of it. So, but you know, I want to try it out. So hold on, I'll just hook up the electrics and we'll have a look. Okay, I'll just turn on the electrics for the. Oh, you dick! Tell you what, I'll put a battery in it, eh? That'll make a difference. Okay, so what we're seeing here is the what you call a raked version, I suppose. You can see it's slightly tilted. So if you imagine this with a kind of a sound effect like a pneumatic, I mean, if you watch rat rods, you know what they sound like. So it'd do this sort of thing. So that puts it down in the rake position, real flat and all that sort of thing. Pretty neat, I reckon. It works. So I'll just get this camera and show you from a different angle. Okay, let's see if I can get in here. So you can see now the rod. These tubes here, they are push rods out of a car motor as well. So you can see how I've got it all, you know, a bit of oil on there, and these rods, I don't know what I got those off. Some scrap metal, but they fit inside the tube quite nicely. So you can see there. So that's pretty cool, I reckon. It's a subtle, but I think it will be quite a neat effect. And I don't know if anyone else has done it, maybe because it's a really daft idea. But yeah, these linear servos, they have an automatic cutoff as well, so you can't burn them out. So once they hit the end of their travel, they detect that's as far as they're going to go, and they turn themselves off, so you can't burn them out, which is a nice feature. So yeah, that's it really. It took quite a bit to do such a little thing. But that's the way it is sometimes, but that's just what I wanted to do. So yeah, we've got that one done now. Well, as far as getting it to a roller, yeah, like I say, we'll be getting back onto the other build next week or so. It's starting to warm up here actually. We're getting close to the end of winter, so things are going to pick up. We're going to get more daylight. The energy levels will pick up, so we'll probably, hopefully, we'll see an increase in action again. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you like it. Not for everyone, but it's kind of odd. But I think it's neat. Right, catch us later.